Say, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Dad? What's up, everybody in the chat? Oh man, I shouldn't be dressing these nobody still trying to be relevant. But I must say something to the crackhead cousin Levi. First of all, hold on, y'all.
Yeah, I'm good. Can y'all hear me? Put in one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put in one in the chat if y'all can hear me. All right. Now I'm gonna address I'm gonna talk about Debo's situation, y'all. And for y'all that don't know, I'm from Illinois, you know. Uh the reason why Debo is locked up because he harassed one of the jurors. I'm gonna read it because they got the article. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all something about Will County. Bolingbrook is part of Will County. Joliet is part of Will County. The lady went to Joliet and filed a police report because what Debo did was he was his own lawyer in his case. So they gave him access to all the jurors who were on the case. Now, remind y'all, it was a misdemeanor. Okay? It was a misdemeanor. And they was going to give him supervision. Okay? What he did was, by him having access to the jurors, he looked up one of the jurors' information and texted her. And the lady said she was mentally fucked up and all this bullshit. And she went to Joliet and she filed a police report against her. Right? Reason why he's still detained now because uh, they brought up his background, the arson, and all this other shit they brought up. You know what I'm saying? So let me just talk to the people who don't know, but you will know. Okay? Now, Bolingbrook, Joliet, DuPage, all of them is part of Will County. For y'all that don't know Will County is predominantly mostly white people, and they don't play. Okay? They mostly get 85% conviction. Okay? Now, by him doing what he did, they upgraded it to a felony. Due to his background and the stuff they said, I'm gonna put up the stuff and read it to y'all. Yeah, so Will County don't play. And let me say this to the goofy ass boy Levi. Let me say something to you, homeboy. First of all, I didn't go to where the fuck Devontae worked at. First of all, my Mason brother is the manager of the whole fucking store. Okay? And I've been going up there before she even had a fucking job up there. I ain't even really know how the broad look. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about you talking about somebody came in contact. Nigga, this is America. I can go where the fuck I want to go. As long as I ain't threatening nobody, I ain't putting my hands on nobody. Can't shit nobody can do to me. Okay? Yeah. So they're gonna keep him detained to Monday to see if they're gonna let him know because of his past history. They brought up the what he did. He lit a rag or some shit and he threw it in somebody's car and burnt their car up. He had a pistol case, you know. So he got a history. And that's why they didn't let him go, because they feel like he's gonna be a threat. You know what I'm saying? He should have never fucked with them jurors. The white folks don't play. You know, Will County is mostly white motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot play with them. You know. Oh man, let me read this to y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me read this to y'all. So yeah, so let me wake a lot of slow people up this morning. Yeah. So what Debo did was, by him being his own lawyer, he had access to the names of the jurors. And what he did was he looked up one of the jurors and found their information. They said the lady said, I guess they said they saw their information on the internet. Okay? On the internet. And the lady went to Joliet and she filed a police report. Now, just because he lived in Bolingbrook and she went to Joliet, Bolingbrook, DuPage is all part of the same fucking county, which is Will County. So she could have went there, she could have went Bolingbrook, she could have went anywhere and did it. It's still part of the same fucking county. Will County is still the county of Bolingbrook, DuPage, Joliet. So, yeah, he was scared. Address. That's why they got it. Let me read this to y'all. Hold on. Hold on. So give me about 2 minutes. I'm finna pull this screen up real quick. Hold on. Now, for those that want to read up on his charge, all you got to do is put in Google search Christopher Gunn, Will County, and you will see it's going to come up under uh, Chicago man charged in Will County with harassing juror. Okay? Any of y'all can do this. All you have to do is put in Christopher Gunn, Will County, and it will tell you uh, what happened about his case and all that shit. And they're gonna talk about the Bolingbrook man charged with threatening the federal government or whatever. That's a lot of shit. Yeah. Talking about Kelly was convicted of racketeering sex trafficking charge last year. Christopher Gunn, who also by the name Deboski, was arrested. They just put it in there. You'll see it. Now, when it comes up, this is what it says. Yeah, Will County don't play. They got a like an 85 cent percent conviction rate. You catch a case up in there, believe me. And the crazy part about it, he got found guilty on uh he got found guilty on some traffic shit. He took it to trial. He was his own lawyer. It'll tell you all that in the thing. His mug shot will come up. And all that shit, man. I don't know why people trying to make it more than what it is, but it is serious and they're not playing. Hold on. Let me read it to y'all word for it. Now it says Chicago man in Will County, Chicago man charged in Will County with harassing juror. It says a Chicago man faces a felony charge in Will County. Every time you try to read it, it'd be a little pop up that come in. Hold on. See, Sean Local barely lets you read it because it keeps popping up. Pop-ups keep coming up every time you try to read the full story. Oh, some shit. Go like lockdown. Give me 1 second. Trying to sign. You got to sign in to read this. You just can't even. You can't even really just. Okay. All right. I think it's gonna come out. Okay. Here we go. You got to even register to even read the damn report on it. A Chicago man faced felony charge in Will County that alleged he harassed one of the jurors who found him guilty of a minor traffic offenses following a trial. So for y'all that don't know, he had a trial. For some reason, he didn't want one of the jurors on the trial. Okay, listen to me real good. Let me break this down to you people. He had a trial. He didn't want one of the jurors on the trial. So when they found him guilty, he took one of the jurors' name and he looked up their information and he sent a text message. So let me finish reading this. It said on Wednesday, Christopher Gunn, 41, was taken to the Will County Jail on a charge of harassment of a juror who found him guilty of failing to carry a driver's license while operating a vehicle and disobeying a stop sign in a traffic case. Okay? That's what it says. Gunn was sentenced. Listen what he was sentenced to. He was sentenced to court supervision for those traffic offenses. Now listen, he was sentenced to court supervision, which one really shit. But he took it upon himself to do the stupid shit. Okay. Then he said, Gunn, who is black, is charged with sending a message to the juror that said, just so you know, I don't want your white ass on my jury, bitch. Let's just say explicit. So we just fill in the blanks according to the criminal complaint. Just so you know, I don't want you white explicit on my jury. Expletive. I think that's what the word is, according to a criminal complaint. The message that caused mental anguish or emotional distress to the juror, the criminal complaint said. The juror went to the Joliet Police Department to report the harassment after serving on the jury on Gunn's case on November 15th. I guess November 15th, 2023 at the Will County Courthouse, according to a petition from prosecutors to keep Gunn detained. Juror believed Gunn had searched for her online through social media, prosecutors said. The juror had safety concerns because her location was also discovered online. Okay? Because Gunn served as his own lawyer during trial, he was able to have access to the names of all jurors and potential jurors, prosecutors said. Then it says during the trial, Gunn had objected to the juror being on the jury, but the selection process was already done and he did not object to that juror beforehand, prosecutors said. Gunn claimed he did not have a fair jury selection process. As part of the argument to block Gunn release from jail, prosecutors pointed to Gunn's criminal history. That includes conviction of arson in 2005 and case and unlawful use of weapon by felon in 2007 case, court record shows. In the arson case, prosecutors said Gunn had lit a rag on fire and tossed it into his neighbor's vehicle, causing it to burn. Gunn case is scheduled for detention hearing on Monday. Okay? So let me say this to y'all again. Will County is serious. Okay? Will County, Bolingbrook, Joliet, DuPage, all them the cities inside of the county they is surrounding that area is serious. The white folks do not play, and they got a high rate conviction. Anybody that's from Chicago, they could tell you the same thing I'm telling you, that Will County, you catch a case down there, they ain't gonna play with you. You got the lawyer to fuck up. For real. And let me tell you something. You know, I'm not throwing no shade and no shit like that. Even though he might got a lawyer, I mean, I don't know what the most the lawyer can do if you did what they said you did. Because if you didn't do what you say you did, they wouldn't have locked you up. So maybe the lawyer could try to give him some probation or some shit. I don't know. But it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy out here. So I'm not going to really speak on that. But for the people that think they know how Will County goes and don't know because you're not from there, Will County do not play and they have a high rate of convictions. So they say he got a lawyer, whatever the case may be, and it's fine. And hey, you just got to see how this shit play out. My thing is this here. Let me say this, and people don't might want to hear this or whatever. If you if you going through something already with the system, if you sent your family through a lot of shit with the system, with being locked up and cause your mama had breakdowns and all that, I'll just say this. Why continue to do the foolery and the dumb shit to be away from your family? If you already been falsely accused of a crime you didn't do, they allege that you did do, or allege that you was plotting, or whatever the case might be. And even though it may get thrown out, whatever the case might be, why still put your family through all that bullshit? It's not worth it. It ain't fucking worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. If I know I to send my mama through some shit dealing with this social media, I should be want to keep my nose clean, whether they was wrong or not, and not so much want to steady play with the system. You know, crazy, man. This is fucking crazy. You know, it's crazy. He always say he love his family and he love his kids and his family come first. But if your family come first, I don't see how it come first when you steady doing shit to keep yourself away from your family. This shit don't make no sense. And especially a fucking traffic fucking case. Now they want to upgrade some shit and take shit to a felony charge. It's hard to beat a felony in Will fucking County. Okay, y'all that don't know, it's hard to beat a felony in Will County. And you can go to Cook County and fight the hell, and you could probably get a chance. You know, it, you know, it, and let me say something to slow ass Levi. I don't give a fuck about that Devontae chick. Cause like I said again, my Mason brother's the manager where she worked at, and I've been going up there before she even got a job up there. You know what I'm saying? So you can quit all the shenanigans and want to steer the pot and make people think somebody harassed. I don't got to harass no motherfucking body. I'm not dude. I'm me, nigga. I know the law. I know how the law works against you. So I'm not stupid. You know, like you said your damn self, Debo is hot headed. I ain't that hot headed. I'm hot headed to the point I know I got the freedom of speech, but I know how far to go with my speech. I was listening to him and Larry talk, this morning on their thing and talking about why they didn't do this, why they didn't do that, directing people to do this, directing people to do that. You were the same person, Levi, that was directing people to do shit too. Why they ain't lock your ass up? Funny you want to call a cop the pot kettle black, but you talking about somebody directing somebody. Go look down your timeline, nigga. Go look down your motherfucking community wall. All that shit you put up there, and you directing motherfuckers to do shit. Your ass should be in jail too. Yeah, it's old goofy ass. I was listening to him and Larry talk this morning, man. And they gonna say, yeah, and they do all this and they contacting these people and they do the doxing and all that. Nigga, you was doxing too, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, they be killing me, these old fucking hypocrites on the internet, man. Always wanna act like they got a heaven and hell to put a motherfucker. And like they shit don't stink. Yeah, his day coming. Yeah, just give it some time. It's gonna come. You know, yeah, he make these videos and trying to press these people on the internet like he knows so much. Nigga, you don't know shit about Will County, boy. Talking about he might get 20 years or 15 years because he's an ex-felon and all that. You don't know what the man go get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's guilty for the shit he did. I mean, getting a lawyer is probably the best thing, and I ain't talking about no public defender. Shit, the most they can try to do is try to get that nigga some house arrest again, and give him some home confinement, or get the nigga some probation. You talking about the nigga finna get 10, 15, 20 years because of what he had. Nigga, we in 2024. 2024, nigga. The cases that they talking about is 2008 and 2000, well, 2005 and 2007. Do the math. Not saying that it can't bite him in his ass, but when it's like a drug dealer. It's like being a drug dealer. You selling drugs and you get caught for a drug case. You get out 10 years later, 5 years later, you get caught for another drug case. The same fucking offenses. So the prosecutor was trying to read his his criminal history due to the harassment of the juror to show this is the type of shit he got in his background. So it may hurt him because of the similarities, with the arson and the throwing the rag in a motherfucker car, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to create a pattern and a history of him known to be doing this shit that he did to the juror to try to keep the man locked up. This is what they do. This is what they do. And I'm going to say it again for the slow people. Will County do not play with motherfucking niggas. They don't like niggas. DuPage, Will County, white folks, they don't like niggas. And when a nigga get locked up, a nigga gonna need a lawyer. Listen, motherfuckers get caught one bag of cocaine. I don't give a fuck if you ain't never been to the penitentiary. They go on their conviction. They can catch you with one bag of rock cocaine. And this can be your first offense. They is not going to try to give you no probation. They trying to get that conviction. So you gonna need a lawyer in Will motherfucking County. They not like niggas. For real. That motherfucker so racist. There. Them the motherfuckers you don't want to play with. And Levi talking about what's the difference in her being a white and then the people over there being black. Let me tell you the difference between white and black. Niggas don't care about niggas. That's the difference, dummy. Niggas don't care about niggas. And white folks don't really give a fuck about what niggas do to niggas. But when you play with one of them white motherfuckers, they'll show you they give a fuck about their own more than we give a fuck about them. They'll make an example at your ass. That's the difference, you old dummy. Well, what's the difference? And they did this to a federal witness and because niggas don't care about niggas. If you play with one of them white folks, they gonna show you they give a fuck about their kind. The world we live in is racism. It's gonna always be racism. I don't give a fuck how many interrelationships, interracial relationships there is out there. It's gonna always be fucking racism when they come to black and when they come to white. When they come to black, when they come to white. Because white folks is more get away with more shit than black people. Yeah. White people support their own. They don't give a fuck if their own white kind got caught with rock cocaine and smoking the pipe. They still don't give a fuck. They go stand 10 toes down with that white motherfucker. They could be dead to the bone. They gonna put that money up for them just to get out of jail to smoke crack again. And hoping they don't smoke it again. That's how hard white folks stick with some white folks. But a nigga, shit. In Will County, shit. And you got a criminal history down there. So, they say he go to, they say Gunn's case is scheduled for a detention hearing on Monday. So, Alexa, 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 hey Alexa. Yes, you gonna lock down. You talk to Alexa. Hello, Alexa. Come on, Alexa, you working today? Alexa. That's it. Alexa. 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 Oh, damn. What's that? Go lock it. Lock it. Alexa. Alexa. Hello, Alexa. Yeah. Well, anyway, use your common sense. Use your common sense. Alexa. Lockdown, gang. Yeah. So they gonna have a detention hearing. And from my understanding, a detention hearing is to see if they go detain him. Because the juror feared for her life. Yeah. Just use her ass. Yeah. And believe me, to my understanding, she's somebody in her community. That's from my understanding. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know the lady. But yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Crazy, man. Yeah. So he gets a detention hearing. And so for y'all that don't know what a detention hearing means, it means It's a hearing at which the court determines whether to detain the defendant without bond. That is what a detention hearing means. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a hearing to which the court determines whether to detain the defendant without bail. The prosecutor must bring a motion to initiate a detention hearing. These hearings typically held, at the first, the first court date. Yeah, so that's what they go determine. Yeah, a pre-trial detention hearing. And I'm just Googling. It says a pre-trial detention hearing in federal court is much like a bail hearing in the state court. It's a hearing at which that determines whether to detain the defendant without bail. The prosecution must bring a motion to initiate a detention hearing. These hearings are typically held at the first court appearance, are reserved to certain kinds of calls, including yeah, man, that's great. You already got a bond. Yeah, let me see. Got a, and it's a felony. Do y'all really know what harassment means? Y'all really know what harassing a person means? And the lady said it caused her to feel some type of way. What the lady say? The lady said her address was on the internet, so I guess she feel threatened because her information is publicly on the internet or some shit. Let me read this shit again. Gunn, who was black, is charged with sending a message to the juror that said, "Just so you know, I didn't want you white blank on my jury blank." According to a criminal complaint, the message that caused mental anguish or emotional distress to the juror, the criminal complaint said. The juror went to the Joliet Police Department to report the harassment after serving on the jury on Gunn's case on November 15th at Will County Courthouse. According to a petition from the prosecutor to keep Gunn detained, the jury believed Gunn has searched for her online and through social media. Prosecutor said the juror has safety concerns because her location was also discoverable online because has because Gunn served as his own lawyer during trial. He was able to have access to the names of all the jurors and potential jurors, prosecutors said. So again, by him having, by him, defending himself, they gave him access to all the jurors and potential jurors at his case, and he used that to look up one of the jury. During the jury trial, Guns objected to the jury. Um, During the jury trial, Gunn had objected to the juror being on the jury, but the selection process was already done and he did not object to the juror beforehand. Prosecutor said. Gunn claimed he did not have a fair jury selection process. As part of the argument, to block Gunn's release from jail, the prosecutor pointed to Gunn's criminal history. That history includes conviction of arson in 2005 in the case of lawful use of a weapon by a felon in 2007 and of course record. Now listen, let me say this, y'all. I know he just beat his case. I know they just don't dismiss the case or whatever. But even though the case was dismissed, and which I've known, they still would bring it up anyway because that's what they do. Yeah, your case could be dismissed, but they could still bring it up with what you had and still tell the judge, yeah, but the case was dismissed. But it also still shows a pattern or whatever. Even though it was a bogus case, they still could bring it up in the courtroom just so people know. It ain't like they wipe the shit away clean. If they did, I don't know. You know, if they took it off his record, I don't know. I'm just speculating right now. You know what I'm saying? So he got a detention hearing. They go decide they go keep him or let him go. Because the white lady, she fearing for her life or whatever the case may be. Damn. Shit is crazy, boy. I'm too old to be going to jail. I ain't got time. I ain't going for a traffic ticket. I ain't going for shit. That's why I got to be legit. Anyway, uh, so we just got to see uh, a detention hearing is a legal proceeding before a judge to determine whether an accused individual should be detained, continue to be detained, or released while the proceedings are pending in their case. Here are some key points about detention uh, hearing. The primary purpose of a detention hearing is just to decide whether the defendant should remain in custody or be released on bail during the legal process. Similar to bail hearing in federal court, a pretrial detention hearing is similar to a bail hearing in state court. It's a critical moment in the judicial process where the court evaluates whether the defendant should be held without bail. Serious cases. Detention hearing typically occur in serious cases, including crimes of violence with a maximum sentence of life, terrorism or drug offense with a maximum sentence term of less than 10 years, federally charged for defendant two or more convictions for specific crimes, or the state court let me see. Felonies involving minor victims, dangerous weapons, including firearms, or failure to register as a sex offender, not considered during the hearing, and the court considered with super conditions of particular bail amount. But at the end of the day, man, let me just say this, man. This shit crazy, man. I'm gonna cherish my freedom. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that heat up. Motherfucker want that smoke. Yeah. Motherfucker was talking about freedom of speech. Yeah, you got the freedom of speech. You do. Granted, don't get it twisted. Yeah, yeah. Alexa, hello.
Hello. I'd love to learn your voice, so I can greet you by name. If you'd like to introduce yourself, just say, learn my voice.
Learn my voice. Alexa, learn my voice.
You're Tyson, right?
Yes.
Okay, I already recognize your voice.
Okay. Alexa, what's the definition of a detention hearing?
A detention hearing is a proceeding before a judge to decide whether an accused should be detained or released while their case is pending. The judge considers factors such as the risk of flight or danger to the community and makes a decision based on these considerations.
Okay. Alexa, I love you.
Good morning, Tyson. Thanks for saying I love you. Yes,
Alexa gave me a whole fucking song just for saying I love you. This shit is crazy. Oh God. I hope we get off this slide. Alexa sing me a whole fucking song. Oh God. This shit crazy, man. But anyway, y'all, I got a party to DJ, so I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. You know, yeah, that old Levi, he posted all that shit on the community wall, then he wants to delete it, but he want to call everybody terrorists and doxing people when he do the same shit. Have people to call people this, that, and the other, and oh man, these people be the worst, man. But anyway, yeah, have a good day, a good morning, afternoon, and evening. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'm tired of my fucking. I will talk to y'all later. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be cool.